Yo City.
Red carpet event, you see it. It's your girl China with China Travels, your host with the most. Listen up. We are in the house empowering women tonight. We got our beautiful queens that's going to take the stage with live music, poetry. Not only just that, we are representing the Lotus Women's House tonight. This is a fundraising to help the shelter with anything that they need when it comes to women and children in crisis. Not only just that, you already see it. It's going down. We are blessing the house not only with elegance and presence and grace, but we are also educating everybody on mental health awareness. That's what this month is. So we got to represent, and this is what this is tonight. You guys stay tuned. It's your girl, China.
ecstasy, baby. And set you free. Gonna set it free. Gonna set your body free, baby. Baby, come closer. Feel ecstasy. Fully consume your body. And set you free. Lady, come a little closer, come closer to me. Closer to me, baby. Closer to me. Closer to me, baby. Thank you, thank you.
So, my name is Rachel Riley. I am actually a mental health professional in the prison system. I am the proud owner of Rachel, which is an African-inspired boutique filled with authentic African clothing and authentic jewelry made in Ghana and Nigeria. I am a published author of the book, I Am Enough. It's a fictional memoir. I have a bachelor's in criminology, a master's in criminal justice, and a PhD, ABT, in forensic psychology. So I've introduced myself a little bit and told you what I do, but none of that is important if there isn't a message, right? So it's not how you start, but how you finish the race. I'll say that again. It is not how you start, but it's how you finish the race. So my parents lived in DC in the 70s. My dad actually went to Howard University. And so when I was born, they decided at about 3 to move back to Trinidad and Tobago. And so I grew up there, I went to school there. But at 18, I told my mom, I'm ready to go back to the US to live as an adult. So I left my family, and needless to say, it was a challenge. Leaving my family there and living on my own in the US was a challenge. So I speak from a place of experience. God had a plan for me. There was a purpose to my pain. And my main character in my book, I Am Enough, actually went through some of the similar experiences that I had. Despair, helplessness, homelessness. But faith kept her going. So, without raising your hands, I want you to think about the questions I'm about to ask, okay? Please don't raise your hands, just think about it. Have you ever been abused, physically or emotionally? Have you ever been a single mom? Have you ever applied for welfare to take care of you and your children? Have you ever been homeless? Have you felt guilt and shame of being the parent you thought you should be? If any of this resonates with you, or someone you know, then this book will definitely empower you tonight. So my table is right over there. Come see me, let's chat. And I want to leave 2 things with you. The affirmation I tell myself every morning. I am worthy, I will never give up. I will always have faith. I am enough. And I just want to read the first chapter of my book for you. And there's scribblings all over. This is my copy. First chapter. Actually, this is the introduction. Don't let anyone dim your spark. As a divorced single mother who feels paralyzed and is drowning with guilt and shame, it is never easy to start all over again. Family and friends and co-workers may never understand the decisions she makes, but in reality, they also don't know that she's trying to escape the pain. This is a fictional story about the life of a single mom who endures several challenges in her life and never gives up. Her journey is a roller coaster of emotions. Despite losing motivation from time to time, she musters the strength to endure the process. She overcomes traumatic experiences, struggles, and failures while celebrating her wins. Peace and love.
Okay, actually I have several hats, and FIU is only one snippet of part of my background and story. My name, again, is Cathee Connor. I'm originally from New York, and I went to Howard University, yay! Way back then. I moved to Miami in 1984. In a very, very, very quick synopsis of my journey, because I'm going to be coming back again to make a tribute to everyone here. At the age of 35, the year after I lost my first and only child at birth, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And the reason why I have the passion now, my table's in the back, I'm not selling anything, I'm giving something. Yes. And the giving is in that FIU is offering free mammograms for women 40 years old who live here in Miami-Dade County that do not have insurance or underinsured. And we're trying to get the word out, especially among our people, because when we get it, we don't survive. I'm one of the rare ones. I'm a 33-year survivor, as of March. So I'm just giving a real snippet, but going back, the first month that I found was I was age 18, because my mother was diagnosed my freshman year of college at Howard University at age 52. She was never sick a day in her life, so it was like, what is this? You know, this can't be happening. But long story short, I went to the doctors. They said, oh, it's just lumpy breast, no big thing, you don't have to worry about it. At age 30, I was asking about the mammograms, because way back then, mammograms weren't that, you know, that obvious as it is now. And by that time, my mother had been diagnosed, and I had an aunt on my father's side and an aunt by marriage. So 3 women in my family had it. So I asked them about the mammogram, and they said, oh, we don't have to worry, you're too young. I said, but I have a family history. Point of education, motivation. Get to know your history. Ask questions. And they said, okay, well, because of your history and your concerns, we'll go ahead and give you peace of mind and have your mammogram. That was at age 30. At age 35, I was diagnosed. Had I not gone there at that time, I probably would not be here now, because in the last 33 years, I've lost more than too many friends. But in the process, for the loss of my child, getting diagnosed with breast cancer, my older sister, I had 3 sisters, well, had 3. I'm the baby of the family. That was a surprise. Why? Because my background is health education, exercise physiology, and health management, and dance. And so I was doing all the right things. I was teaching everything in terms of breast health care, but not the way we're teaching it now. So I didn't even find the lump. My doctor found the lump because I went back to the doctor the year after I lost my child to find out about getting pregnant again, and so when he found the lump. So, again, sort of accelerating, because I'll share a little bit more when I come back to do the tribute. When I was lying in the hospital bed, waking up, told that, yes, I have cancer, my sister in New York, at that time, was going to church to pray for me. She never made it. They had to come and tell me that she was in a near-fatal car accident the day that I woke up and diagnosed with cancer. So I shared this on my Facebook page just recently, because when I had my 33-year anniversary, as I lay there in the daze, I said, you know, I can't take this. I can't do it. I can't. I lost my child. I have cancer. My sister's on a near-fatal car accident. God, either take my life or take over. Well, you see what his choice was. And because he took over, I'm giving all the glory to him and doing whatever I can to help others in any which way I can. And it just happens to be through the passion of health education, what have you, and breast cancer awareness, and also emphasizing the importance of taking charge of your life. Get to know your bodies. Get to know your family history. Ask questions, because tomorrow is not promised. When I teach my classes, I'm also dance specialist and Pilates instructor for Baptist Health, online classes, and I also teach for LA Fitness, Gilda's Club, doing online classes. I was at Xerox Corporation. I worked for Jackson Memorial Hospital. I worked for Xerox, Neighborhood Health, several corporations. But now I'm retired, so I'm living my passion by teaching health, teaching awareness, teaching people to go out there and live your life to the fullest, because there's no guarantee how long you're going to be here. Point. Everyone knows that the hellish tragedy that we just experienced most recently with the loss of the children. That was on Tuesday. Thursday, I do a water exercise class. I take a water exercise class right down in West Rhine. Okay? Went to the pool, which is attached to the school, West Rhine Elementary School. And I knew something was not quite right when I saw a couple of police cars surrounded in front of the school. I go to the park, I get into the pool, and when I got into the pool, some of my classmates, and it's a senior program, it's a senior, said, "Oh, did you hear the gunshots?" I said, "No." They said, "We just heard a whole barrage of gunshots." I said, "Well, that must be the reason for the police." 10 minutes after we got into the pool, the lifeguard came and said, "We're going to have to evacuate you because the gunshots, we don't know where they've come from and in the area." That was this past Thursday, y'all. This past Thursday, right here in Miami. 2 days after. We didn't make the media because a lot of these don't make the media. But the reality is that that's what we're living in. So that's why we have to start doing the most that we can, when we can, for as many people as we can, the best way we can, make a difference in someone else's life. It's not all about you. It's first what you do for others. God will bless you even more to be able to give more. And that's part of the reason I'm here. And when I met my queen friend, China, a couple of weeks ago at a health fair that I was doing for Liberty City, same thing, talking about the free mammograms. She said, "I'd really like for you to come to the summit." And I said, "Let me see if I can squeeze it in." Well, I'm squeezing it in because it's worth it. Every last one of you here are worth it. You are important. You are special. You have a unique gift, whatever it is. Use it to make a difference in someone else's life. So when I come back a little later, I'm going to be giving you part of the gift that God has given me through the gift of dance, because my personal nonprofit corporation or organization is the Dance of Life. Why? It's about life. Because the day I was diagnosed, the week that I had my surgery, every night I went to dance. I was taking classes because I didn't know if I was going to be alive or whether or not I was going to be dancing. So that was a way of me to release my stress. Mental health, that was part of it. After the loss of my child, everyone said, "Oh, you're young, it's fine, don't worry about it, you can have another one." Who did they know that a year later I was going to be diagnosed with cancer? I had my breakdown, but I went to a support group. Support groups are important. I had people to talk to. So it's all a matter of reaching out, looking for help, get the help. Tragedy to triumph. I see you borrowed all my words from my book that I wrote called Psalms and the Dance of Life, and I had a segment stating that God will change your your pain into passion, triumph, or rather trials and challenges into triumph, and also your misery into a mission of ministry, which is what I'm doing now. I'm not selling anything. I'm giving you something. I'm giving you an opportunity to make a difference. All I'm asking is that before the end of the night, just take one of the cards, one of your cards. If you can't keep it for yourself, share it with someone that might be able to use the benefit from the program that we have. That's a start. And anything else that you have to offer, and all the vendors here, do a little something. You don't have to try to save the world. God only wants us to lead one person at a time. And he led me here, and I'm honored to be able to share when I come back, I will have a tribute to all of you through my Dance of Life ministry to And Still I Rise, but I'm going to save that for later. So thank you so very much. I hope you enjoy and live, go forth, and conquer. All right.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I'm not going to sit because I like to walk and talk, okay? My name is Genevieve Carvel Harris, and as you can see, I am a crowned queen in the U.S. United Pageant System. Thank you so much. And I really want the other queens to sing. Can you all stand and just turn around so that everybody can see you all? Yeah. So we are all queens in the U.S. United Pageant System. We started in Florida, and then we all got together, went to nationals, and all of the odds were against us. You can imagine when you're going to a national pageant, it's all of the other states as well. And it just so happens that we swept. Come on. That was good. We swept at nationals, and so I am Queen of Queens, and so what that means is everyone has the high titles, you know, as being national queens, and then they say, well, who has the highest title, right? And that would have been me. And I say that not because I want to brag about it, but because tonight we're supposed to be talking about self-love in this moment. And I just want to let you all know that I did not have intentions on being Queen of Queens. I just intended on being my best self. Right. And when I went, my sister, Queen, who is my actual god sister and sister since we were younger, she said to me, you know you're going to be Queen of Queens. I said, what are you talking about? She was like, no, Jen, seriously, you're going to be Queen of Queens. And I was like, I don't really want to do that. And it's not because I didn't believe that I could be Queen of Queens, but sometimes we downplay our greatness because we're afraid of next level, right? And when I'm talking about self-love today, what I'm saying is you cannot love what you don't know. And a lot of us try to love ourselves and we don't know ourselves. We don't know what we like, we don't know what we don't like, because that's something too, right? We don't know what we don't like, and so we allow for people to treat us any type of way because we don't even know that we don't like it. We go along so long in our lives because we think that we're supposed to go after what our parents taught us we're supposed to go after. And most times that means that you're supposed to go to school, right? Y'all heard this story, right? I think we're all raised by the same people. Go to school, you know, get your education, get that good paying job. You're supposed to work how many years? Like 25 to 30, get the retirement. I mean, it's the same tribe, right? And then, so if you have something inside of you, a vision, a dream, something that is different from the next person, what happens is we question ourselves and we don't think, one, that we can do it, but most importantly, we don't believe that we're worth the next level. And so that's why we start to price ourselves, and I'm talking to all the vendors and everybody, because you all look so great, and you come up here and you do what you're supposed to do, and chances are you are undercharging. That's pretty much it. And you know why you're undercharging? Because something in your mind tells you, nobody's going to pay me for that. Nobody's going to do that. And then you get mad as you scroll on social media because you realize that the person that started yesterday is charging double your price. And now you're mad because you're like, wait a minute, you just came on the scene and I've been working for years. The fact of the matter is they have more confidence in their value than you do in yourself. And that is something that we have to deal with as a people, because oftentimes it's our family, it's our friends, you know. Thank you for telling me. It's our, come on, right? I love to, come on, ain't nothing wrong with that. Adjust it, come on. And I think that sometimes in our lives, we are so, even in this moment, like I love to just talk and to teach. And in this moment, it was okay for her to just let my crown be off. And I could have been like, oh, it's fine. Or I could just adjust myself as I move on. And a lot of times we think that we have to stop because we need to adjust. You can still be doing what you're doing and adjust. Like, just adjust and do what it is that you need to do. Keep on moving. Do not allow for someone to stop you because they were afraid to follow their own dreams, and now they don't believe in you, and now you're stopping. Waiting on validation. Waiting on somebody else to say, you're good. You heard her say it already. You're already enough. You're already good enough. You already have the brains that you need, the beauty that you need. I mean, just think about it. Beauty back in the day is not what beauty is today. I don't know about any of the darker skinned people in the building, but you remember when we were not in? We were not in there like swimwear, amen. But times have changed. Plus size women were not in at one point. Come on. And now people paying, huh? They get a little, so you understand. They're trying to get the curves now because it's cute. But the fact of the matter is some of us were born this way. And you have to understand that times may change, but you need to understand who you are. And if you don't know yourself, you'll never love yourself. And if you don't love yourself, how in the world are you going to love anybody else? And how are you going to require, and we make that sound like it's such a bad thing, but how are you going to require for the people that share your space to honor your space? That's a requirement, whether they're your friends, whether they're your love interests. I need to make sure that you are meeting at least my minimum requirements so that I can know, not just that you're tall, dark, and handsome, but that you can respect my space. Because if you come into my space and you start disrupting it, if you come into my space and you start taking my peace, you are already costing me too much. And we have to be able to understand that I have to move you out of the way. My story as far as professionally is that I wanted to be a lawyer. So I went to Carroll City first. Me and Andre were over there fighting because he went to Norland. Who cares? I went to Carroll City. I went to Carroll City. He's still selling out. I went to Carroll City, and then I went to UM. All right. I went to be a Hurricane. Amen. Wonderful. Amen. It's great. Come on. It's great to be a Miami Hurricane. Yes, it is. Okay. And so I went to UM, graduated in 3 years. I'm like, I'm going to law school, and I got to law school, and I said, this is not it. No, this ain't it for me. And sometimes you work really, really hard. I want everybody to take a deep breath in and breathe out. Yeah, take another deep breath in and breathe out. One more time, everybody take a deep breath in. Let's go. And let it out. What happens is a lot of us in life, we're just breathing in.
Good, sis.
And nobody ever told us, let it go. And you dying at your job. You dying in a relationship. Because you took that deep breath in. And we're still waiting on you to breathe out. It's okay to breathe. It's okay to breathe. It's okay to change. It's okay to move. It's okay. And I was like, I gotta go. And so I left law school, and I was like, what in the world am I gonna do? Ended up starting a consulting firm, started working with people. I have helped a bunch of people make millions of dollars. It was never my intention. Anybody who came with me can tell you it's the truth. It's just what it is. God gave me that. He gave me the ability to sit with people and be able to identify wealth, right? You're worthy of wealth. And the truth of the matter is, people think that means money. Wealth is not just money. It's a part of it. I mean, it's cool, it's great, but it's not all that it encompasses, right? And so for me, what I do now is that I actually consult people. I help people go from idea to profit. So it doesn't matter what the industry is. If you have an idea and you're like, man, I've been thinking about this, I've been sleeping on it, whether that's a book for you to write, whether that's a business for you to start, I can help you do it because I learned to love me and my journey first. And now I can help people do the same thing. Okay.
Excuse me, I'm a little nervous. This is my first time actually sharing my story in front of a group of strangers. This is a story that I've been very ashamed of. And the segment, Mending Broken Pieces, actually hits home for me. So just a brief journey. I wrote down everything that I would like to say tonight. Okay. I've been mending my broken pieces for as long as I can remember. They say a girl's first love is her father, but for this little girl, my first love was pain and confusion. My innocence was taken away when I was only 7 years young. He planted a seed of abuse, and the pain continued to blossom and grow. I was angry, I was bitter, I was empty, and I was broken, trying to mend my broken pieces. At the age of 13, I started to run away. And being on the streets, I picked up a drug addiction, and I was addicted to cocaine. And even started putting a price on my body to support my habits. I attracted the men that was just like my stepfather. They took advantage of me instead of helping me. I was raped, beaten, and even left to die. The black eyes and bruises was always a reminder of where this all started. But then again, the cocaine was the only one thing that helped numb my pain, helped me escape from the memories, helped me forget while still trying to mend my broken pieces. At 15, I remember being told by the same man who took my innocence that I would never be nothing in life. I watched this man love and nurture his own children, watch him play a role of being the world's greatest dad, and that night he took off that mask and he became the boogeyman. Pregnant at 18, abandoned by the father of my child, the brokenness continued. The depression got worse. And in my eyes, I only have a few months before I give birth to my child to get right. Bitter and angry, hurt and discouraged, disappointment after disappointment, suicidal thoughts and suicidal acts. Asking God, why me? Why me? Watching those around me grow and flourish while I'm stuck trying to mend my broken pieces. Throughout those years, I spent a life almost as if I'm taking space here on earth, waking up with no motivation, no plan for my life, not knowing my mission, not knowing my purpose, working dead-end jobs to get by and provide for me and my daughter. I remember praying to God one day and I cried out to him to heal my heart, to heal and renew my mind, body, and soul. I was tired of being broken. I was tired of being the victim of unfortunate circumstances. I was tired of attracting low vibrational men. I was tired of not loving me, not knowing my worth, not seeing my light, not knowing that the Almighty had plans for me. He had plans for my life. Yes, it's unfortunate that I had to go through what I went through, but I now realize what happened to me had to happen. It had to happen to birth the woman I am today. Without the pain, without my struggles, without me being broken, how can I heal others? How would I be able to relate? I sat in my brokenness and I continue to mend my broken pieces. I sat with my 7-year-old self and I held her. And I told her how beautiful she is and how smart and unique she is, how she's going to tell her story and help change lives, help heal her tribe. I sat in my brokenness and I forgave myself for the pain I caused myself in the process. I forgave myself for the unworthy men that I let enter my sacred space, the pain that I caused my family and my friends. I sat in my brokenness and I took my power back. I refused to be the victim, and instead, from here on out, I am the victor. 2014, a shift happened in my life. I met a man that came into my world and loved me and my daughter. He didn't judge me of my past. He played an amazing role of being an amazing father to my child. He watered me and gave me sunlight. He spoke life into me and all.
Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 1.
me to speak to him a little bit? I do got a little story behind this song. And I have 4 children, believe it or not. Yeah, you know black don't crack too. I am, okay. And I also had a birthday. So Gemini season. Yeah! All my Geminis. We get along with everybody a little bit.
Because of that situation that you lived up until 31 years old, questioning your own sexuality, I am so sorry that you wound up meeting somebody at 19 years old that you thought that you were so in love with that you got pregnant from and he cared nothing about you. I am so sorry that you allowed his mother to convince you to go into the abortion clinic even though you have been anti-abortion your whole life because you love children, and that you went and laid down and had the procedure done. I am so sorry that at 23 years old you met somebody that, hey, everything that glitters ain't gold, but you thought that he was a shining light and the answer to everything, that he was going to sweep you up off your feet even though he was only 20 years old. You were 23 and you took on this child because he had the word of God in him, because he would use you and manipulate you by using the Bible of all things to say that you were supposed to do these things, that you were supposed to honor him, that you were supposed to be a submissive woman, that you were supposed to set correction. I am so sorry for all the beatings that he has endured upon your body, your spirit, your mind, and your heart. I am so sorry that at 25 years old that he had you stripping in a nightclub and that you would get up on that pole, and even though you never took anybody home and didn't do any tricks just to make a little bit of extra change on the side, he still made sure that you made it there every single night. I am so sorry that you are a girl who graduated 3.5 GPA, all honors in high school, that you have more credits to graduate, but this is the situation you are now in at 25 because you allowed yourself to get there. I am so sorry that during those times of you being with that man, that he not only did that, but after you had your firstborn son, here it is on Brockett Road, you are walking up and down the street in front of Stroker's nightclub in a see-through dress with no underclothes on as he sits at a gas station with your 1-year-old son just to make sure that, hey, you don't get picked up by the wrong one. I am so sorry that you allowed this to continue on until you left him in the year of 2017 when you were 31 years old. And in that year of 2017, what woke you up? Christelle woke you up. The fact that he went 50 miles per hour and threw you out of a moving car, which is the scars that I now have up on my face. I did not look like this before. You would not have recognized me. I am so sorry that you bore 3 children with this man, and that even still to this very day, he still tries to have a hold on you, but he does not. I forgive you. And I forgive you, Christelle. I forgive you for all the drugs that he put inside your body, snorting another line of cocaine. I forgive you for you popping another pill of ecstasy, thinking things were going to change. I forgive you for you popping that Molly and thinking everything was going to be nice and jolly. I forgive you for the fact that your neighbor had tricked you into taking crystal meth, and guess what? You knew what was next. I am so sorry, and I forgive you for every single thing that you did. I love you, Christelle. I love you. And you are an amazing person, a beautiful woman who's gone out here into the world. And even though the odds were against you and you grew up in a 2-parent household, parents married for 50 years, this was not your life. This was not the plan that your parents had for you. My daddy was a military man, military strict father who loved all 3 of his daughters. I did not see a man not show love to a woman. So how could I be in a situation where a man doesn't even love me? But his words say it. His words sound nice, right? Hey, baby, you look so beautiful today. Now put on that dress and go out that door. Hey, baby, you look so lovely today. I love you so much. Now go out there and go shake a little bit more. I am so sorry that I allowed you to endure all this pain for so many years, and that because you did not have a sounding voice. See, so many people say that I talk so much, but what they do not realize is I tried to commit suicide at 19 years old because I didn't talk enough. What they do not realize is that all the pain that I have experienced throughout my life, I held that inside because I felt like, you know what, my sister who looked at me and loved me so much as her baby sister, no way she could handle what I was going through. No way she could hear these things. No way my sister could handle hearing that her sister was hearing drive-by shootings, that her sister was the one holding the gun, that her sister sat in the backseat of a police car, that her sister was a getaway driver for her homeboys hitting licks and robbing houses. No way my sister could endure hearing that I had been in 2 high-speed chases from police and no, I did not get caught. No way that my sister could look at me the same. My sister, who's my best friend, baby's best friend since diapers and cribs, could look at me the same. So I did not feel I had someone to talk to. But I am learning to use my voice. At 19 years old, when they told me, you know what, you just need someone to talk to, I started talking to everyone. But then I went through this situation with this man at 23 years old, and he silenced me. Silenced me so much that I lost all friends and all family. I was shut down by myself, sitting up there in Georgia as he just did whatever he wanted to with me, and I accepted that. I accepted it because I thought I got myself in this situation, so how could I get myself out of it? It took enough courage of DCF coming to say that, you know what, we are going to take your children away from you because he keeps calling the police. The one who was abusive, go figure, to try and turn the tables on me and have child protective services at my door to insinuate that I wasn't a good mother. The only thing that made me not a good mother was the fact that I did not protect those children quick enough. The fact that I did not take those children away from him quick enough. That was the only thing that I did wrong as a mother. So I would like to admit to you all in this room, and to myself, Christelle Lorraine, that you are now a better mother today than you have ever been back then. That you are a stronger woman today that is going to continue on. I wanted to close this out by just reading a quick little poem that I had wrote, and it was really only for myself. In September 3rd of 2020, I was only 2 years out of my situation and still struggling with the battle just to find myself. It's called I Was and Now I Am. I am a singer who once had no song to sing. I'm a life coach who once spoke of nothing. I'm a dental assistant who used to hide behind her smile. I'm a businesswoman determined to go that extra mile. I am a creative whose canvas was once blank. I'm an adult. As a child, I no longer think. I'm a survivor from a ship that almost sank, but Elohim is my driver. Nice try, Satan. Wink, wink. I am a mother who would give her children the world every day. I thank Yahweh for my 2 boys and 1 girl. I am a soldier, one who's proud to stand to her feet. I am a strong, melanated queen who will never accept defeat. Whoever I was, it doesn't matter anymore. I put on new clothes. I just threw the old ones out the door. Now I am finally free. With Yahweh's help, I am walking towards my destiny. And I will continue that walk. You all have a graceful evening. Thank you. You guys, she just heard.
Grind till you shine like it's never really it. Grind till you shine like you never gon' quit. Grind till you shine, you might never be home. Grind till you shine till you never stand alone. Grind till you shine cause your baby gotta eat. Grind till you shine till you do it in your sleep. Grind till you shine, got a mind of a boss. Grind till you shine cause you had to take a loss. Come on! Yeah, don't never won't stop dreaming. Come on. Talk to him. Listen. Grind till you shine like it's making you sick. Grind till you shine till your shows get lit. Grind till you shine till that offer's on the table. Grind till you shine cause you never leave the label. Grind till you shine till that paper chasing you. Grind till you shine till it's I envy you. Grind till you shine, motivation is the key. Grind till you shine till you're heard and not speak. Come on! I don't think y'all feel me right now. Come on! Never won't stop dreaming. Come on! Listen. Come on. Grind till you shine like it's making you sick. Grind till you shine till your shows get lit. Grind till you shine till that office on the table. Grind till you shine cause you never need a label. Grind till you shine till that paper chasing you. Grind till you shine till it's I envy you. Grind till you shine, motivation is the key. Grind till you shine till you heard and not speak. Let's get it.
Hey, what it do, Too Loud J? And they ain't ready for this one. Oh yeah, bring all the ladies out.
Ladies, how you getting to it like that? What you doing like that? Why you moving like that? Maybe you just been moving too fast. You say about the bad, don't worry about the past. Are you hot like that? Yeah, you hot like that. So tell me why these niggas stay breaking your heart like that? Are you hot like that? Yeah, you hot like that. You a queen, you gotta go and look at all that back.
We celebrate, turn so the world why these hoes really hate you. Pop a couple bottles, have a toast to your break. Maybe we should call, come and pull up to your thing.
You the hottest topic, shawty going pop it. If you didn't want it, that's his fault. You got it. Get it out the back and then you rockin' with your best friend. Be careful if they try red flag, that's a dead end. Dead end. Dead end. Be careful if they try red flag, that's a dead end. Dead end. Dead end. Be careful if they try red flag, that's a dead end. Ladies, how you getting to it like that? What you doing like that? Why you moving like that? Maybe we just been moving too fast. You should stay about the bad, don't worry about the past. Are you hot like that? Yeah, you hot like that. So tell me why these niggas stay breaking your heart like that? Are you hot like that? Yeah, you hot like that. You a queen, you gotta go and look at all that back.
Yeah, yeah.
Gonna do it, yeah. Yeah, gonna do it, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, shake it if you want. Stepping in the cabana. Everywhere you go, they can see you by the crumbs. Top notch girl, you don't feel by the drum. Wherever you the top of the take it. Flexing, baby girl, go teach them a lesson. Show them you're a blessing. They ain't messing with no peasants. They just messed up. They just fumble on the blessing. Go teach them a lesson. They just fumble on the blessing. Flexing, baby girl, go teach them a lesson. Show them you're a blessing. They ain't messing with no peasants. I know you love far, but you gotta stay protected. Find a real man that can show you real affection.
Ladies, how you getting to it like that? What you doing like that? Why you moving like that? Maybe you just been moving too fast. You should stay about the bad, don't worry about the past. Are you hot like that? Yeah, you hot like that. So tell me why these niggas stay breaking your heart like that? Are you hot like that? Yeah, you hot like that. You a queen, you gotta go and look at all that back.
Hey, okay, let's go. Walk on them there. Let's go. Flexing, baby girl, go teach them a lesson. Show them you're a blessing. They ain't messing with no peasants. They just messed up. They just fumble on the blessing. Go teach them a lesson. They just fumble on the blessing. Flexing, baby girl, go teach them a lesson. Show them you're a blessing. They ain't messing with no peasants. They just messed up. They just fumble on the blessing. Go teach them a lesson. They just fumble on the blessing.
All right, y'all saw that? Y'all saw that? Give it up for Charmer real quick, y'all. Give it up for... All right,
Magical is what she is, it becomes her. Shawty supernova, take your cover. Energy draws you near, now you love her. Captured your heart, got you wheezy, she the sun up. Number one, even when she ain't all done up. And she'll ride or die, push you through your come up. And you love it when she got her buns up. You know all the touching, all over our buttons We some stars 6'9", we block them. Hold on, wait a minute, let me get my hitter blockers on. Television now, cause I'm in my zone. Singing high praises, look at their faces. I feel like they hold up. Did you even take the time to get to know her? Better wake up, get you some Folgers. I'ma always be solid, just keep it bolder. Soldier, sister, girlfriend, wife, woman, motherland. Baby, happy dance, put your head on high. Spread out your wings, if you made you can fly. It's so fly. It's so fly. It's so fly. It's so fly. die, cause she threw your come up. And you love it when she got her buns up. You know all the touching, all over our buttons on. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. Woke up with a hunger, now it's time to elevate. On another level, watch me levitate. Elevate.
Come on. Hey, hey, hey. Oh. There's no time like the right time, like it is right now. Long time coming, but it's high time. You got what you deserve, yeah. Too grown for the game, you don't gotta put your guard up. Those walls can't come down for me. No, keeping this thing on the low. Need the sunshine if you want to grow. Shower you with love till you overflow. Unconditionally, doing what I can to make you comfortable. Won't let you down like they did before. And even though it may sound vulnerable, but I've been waiting on you to call. Be back so I can tell you just how I feel. No cap, no matter how deep the love you fall. Maybe it won't be perfect, but we don't have to be perfect to be a perfect match. Yeah, perfect match. No, we don't have to be perfect to be a perfect match. Hey, perfect match. And I'ma keep it real when you with me. And I'ma keep it real on the internet. On FaceTime in the late night, and I promise Papa John's ain't gonna send a text. Won't tell you no lies, the truth's in your eyes. Should be no surprise, won't you make your mind the rest of your life? Baby, you should know. Gonna give you love and devotion. Promise if you keep it in the ocean. But if your life gonna ride in your neck, wanna be the real you.
See, I was brought up in the fear of God. So that means I learned to keep him first. I could never write a full scripture without mentioning him in at least one verse. See, I was born in 1980. I'm a real 80s baby. Time took me through life, but experience made me wiser. That's why when casting out those demons, I keep my right hand on the Bible, because they are about being called and chosen. It keeps that devil frozen. When his heat tries to get close to me, see, I'm a black woman, I got responsibilities, I got goals to meet, so I think on these things. I think on these things that they would manifest in my heart, knowing that what I feed my mind is where it starts, so I feed her strength. I took one bite and I began to feel stronger. Felt like I could hold on just a little bit longer, so I fed her courage, because the two, they go hand in hand. I realized I don't need a friend or a man to stand on my own 2 feet. Started off walking to my own beat. I looked down, saw that my shoes was on my own 2 feet, and if they fit too tight or they don't feel right, it would only be hurting me. And yes, I made a few left turns in life, but I'm proud to say I ain't never been to jail. And I make sure that I repent, because what's more important to me is that I don't end up in hell. See, I got plans to see Pastor Elroy Barber. Y'all, he was a spiritual father. And I got plans to see my grandpa. He was everything my family was taught to stand for. See, my grandma, she's still here. But every year, we all shed a tear around May. See, that's Grandpa's birthday. And then again in June, because that's when we lost him. I got plans to see the great Dr. Martin Luther King. I gotta tell him that his dream only got us for so far. Still a lot of hate going on. Racism is So I'm gonna sit on down. Should I sit on down? Yeah. Should I keep showing these little? These shoes are $5, girl. $5. Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm a 7-time published author. I feel excellent to say that. 7-time published author in anthologies. Come on, yes. Come on, yes. Come on, ladies. And I'm in anthologies. That means collaboration books, right? So I have yet to publish my own solo project. That changes this year for me, right? That changes this year. So I will be 8-time published author. I'm a 15-year veteran actress. I've been in mainstream films. I've been on a lot of play stages, live theater stages. I'm a director. I went to school. I went and got my college degree at 40 years old. I'm 42 now. Thank you, 42. At 40 years old. Now, all of that and so much more, and I'm a realtor and I'm doing my thing. That sounds so amazing for me to say, but I didn't get there the easy way. I wish I could say that. All of us wish we could say we had an easy road, right? But I remember the first time. I remember the first time that he put his hands on me. Okay? I remember because I was 19. And a lot of us, I've heard a lot of stuff going on in 19. 19 was a very bad year. For a lot of us. It was a very bad year for me. But I didn't know that. Like my sister said, our parents been together almost 50 years. I've never seen my father raise a hand. He has never raised a hand, whether I saw it or not. He's never raised a hand at my mother. He's never called her outside of her name. Now they would fuss and they would fight and all that stuff, but he never disrespected my mother. How in the hell did I accept a man like this in my life? That's not what I saw. Keep on holding on. We know that it's wrong, and I can't keep on holding on when I should be gone. I'm trying to understand why the fuck I stay around. Why be a town ass bitch for a fucking clown? I don't ask so much, but you can't even hold it down. We so caught up in emotions, baby, look around. We ain't together, back together, circle back around. Tired of taking up the pieces, let them shatter now. Trying to figure out the reason why I'm here. That shit ain't getting better, why the fuck am I in tears? Man, it's a cold ass world for a bitch like me, and I can't see it coming down my face. Man, it's a cold ass world for a bitch like me, and I can't see it coming down my face. Should've up here left that cost on you, baby. So sick of this shit, boy, you drive me crazy. Never ever